Hey you guys, happy Sunday, April 19th. We are in Beverly Hills. We're gonna walk up the park over to Rodeo Drive and check out the shops, and then on to Wilshire Boulevard as we head towards home. I figured we'd check out City Hall, the other Beverly Hills Sign, Rodeo Drive, Canyon, a couple little side streets. It's a beautiful day here in LA. Hey, LA Unknown. So, I kind of gave myself a little shave, and my mustache is really on fleek. It's part Ned Flanders and part CIA operative. I'm definitely in a little bit of trouble.
I feel like it. I feel like it is just.
Hey, Carriopolis. For some reason, it smells like Kentucky Fried Chicken in here. I really don't know why. Maybe someone got that candle. It's a really nice little walking strip here we have.
You know what I mean?
Hi there. Hope you guys are having a relaxing Sunday. So far, so good. I came on a little early. I figured we wouldn't get to the hot of the walk for about 20 minutes, so it'd be fun to take this break first. Hey, Christopher. Thank you guys for being here. I love that these houses look like 50s Americana, kind of Donna Reed. Really like little movie sets. For $10 million or something like that. Funny thing, Beverly Hills was named after Beverly Farms, which is in Massachusetts. I loved that connection, sort of, when I first moved here. I feel like a president was responsible also. Who was a president in the 1900s? I also feel like, although I know that there's oil wells in Beverly Hills High, I read that it was a failed oil community, not community, but field. But it's beautiful. Hello, Nick F. Hello, Lena, or Lena, depending. The one thing we're gonna try not to do with my very low resolution camera is scan people's faces. I'm kidding, I can't do that. But I try to avoid people as much as possible on there. George, Cecilia, hey, I'm in Beverly Hills, but not to the fancy pot yet. Well, actually, very fancy pot. I really kind of love Beverly Hills. It's the first city I worked in when I moved here, and so I think I was kind of not into, I don't want to say into like the magic of Hollywood, because I really didn't watch a lot of television then, but like I did when I was a kid, so I was kind of into the idea of celebrity. I can't explain it. The lore of Beverly Hills and Hollywood and the Hollywood sign. Maybe the myth, not the reality. I didn't move out here to become an actor, but I loved living here. And I loved working in Beverly Hills when I worked here because it was the early 2000s, and so there's still a lot of like network television and network television stars. Which a lot of network television was filmed here, so you would see, not in Beverly Hills, but in Los Angeles, you'd, see people rolling around here all the time. It's its own city. Beverly Hills has its own mayor, its own city hall, which is up here on the left, its own secret AT&T communications building with no windows. Those are always really curious buildings, the AT&T buildings, although we are running on the AT&T network, so I'm glad they're there. Windows are not. Shout out to AT&T. Hey, Banta. I'm going to use this crosswalk because I'm live streaming right now and I want to set the example, but if you guys weren't here, I would just dash between these cars. This is like a neighborhood where people have really good insurance. So, the risk is there, but I'm joking, but not about if I weren't on the stream, I would have run across that. I feel kind of stupid because I'm going to end up standing here for 20 minutes. But if I'm lucky, I'll be able to figure it out. Hey, Cecilia. I don't know if I have a button to push though. Nope. I think the thing for me to do, I'm gonna go ahead and break the law. Watch. They're not honking at me. Alright. Woo! Oh my gosh, no, hey. I found this old gem. Since I'm using my old phone, I thought you would love this. I can't run it for too long because look at that. It's an overlay. It's really just it's Greater Los Angeles, so not Beverly Hills specific. We could for the day. I mean, jaywalker. I would change it to Jaywalker, our newest 1 year member for the day. but then I would have had to change it to BD and Cecilia, Mary. Let's have a tranquil shout out to members real quick. Thank you guys for supporting the channel. This is a big list. It's a great problem to have. I hope you can read your name and the names of the other people who keep this channel running. Lights on, bus pass purchased. I think you get the weather for where I live, actually, when you do the weather. When I do that little sorry, I shouldn't be pointing and running my fingers around. When I do my overlay, I think it's for downtown Los Angeles. In the next rendition of this channel, we probably will be able to give away more of like accurate weather and like maps. I would never want to do real-time maps, you know. Stabbings with the latest rage. I do. You guys help with that bus pass. And trust me, I don't think the bus is the bus is expensive here. However, I feel like I have tricked the bus pass out, because if I take the bus to the train station and then get off at the train station and get back on at the exact same train station, it works all day like a transfer. That's why I end up like going from 7th back to 7th, because it doesn't always work, but 99% of the time it works just like a transfer. So it's like a one-day fare. I have no idea, but it is beautifully landscaped. I don't think Beverly Hills hurts for money. I don't think there's a HOA though. It would be there is a yield. See where this my twin is coming here? Oh, he's not my twin. I thought they had a fanny pack on also. So to cross the street, there's like a raised crosswalk here. And I think on the other side of that, there is a yield sign of some sort. We'll step back and look, but we're probably gonna have to get back on the crosswalk. Let's see. Oh my goodness. You're gonna be excited you didn't miss that. Polestar beauty. Oh yeah, it just warns you of a speed hump, not necessarily that there are pedestrians. I'm just kidding. I have that shirt though. I don't wear it too often on account of running into it's a very popular plaid pattern. Thank you guys so much for hanging out today with us. If you have it in your heart, please feel free to hit like, subscribe, and then feel free to chat. We're pretty friendly. Yeah, if there was an HOA, we would have been kicked off of this thing by now. Oh, we should go to it some Sunday. I fear we're hitting it at the end, but they're on the other side of that, in front of Live Nation. Beverly Hills Farmers Market. And here we have our friendly fire truck. Oh my god, HOAs are pretty crazy. There are a lot of crazy stories about HOAs. I lived in a condo in the Hollywood Hills. We didn't own the condo. My roommate, she and I, we just rented the condo, but the people were crazy there. The people who actually owned the building or like owned their condos and ran the HOA. Uh-oh. Something is happening at the farmer's market. We're gonna send them some positive, good vibes and energy. Hope everything turns out. Maybe we'll go to that farmer's market in a couple weeks on a Sunday. I would love to. More multi-million-dollar 50s small houses over here. I love them. Hey Gordon, hey Side Note. Welcome, you guys. Keeping my eye on the path. And keeping my eye on the screen. I sometimes miss people entering, but I appreciate you being here. Lonnie Grace, hello. So that's Beverly Hills City Hall. Which you might know from Beverly Hills 90210. Oh no, I have to use a crosswalk again. This time I might, because we're across from the Beverly Hills Civic Center. We're gonna go over to the Beverly Hills Sign, and then I think we're gonna cross to the old Beverly Hills post office, which we have walked by a gazillion times, but it's now like the Wallace Annenberg like theater, like some Beverly Hills culture. It's a really cool old post office. I would imagine all kinds of old-time celebrities mailed correspondence from there, like Jane Wyman, maybe. Could see Jane Wyman heading down here. Barbara Eden. Hey, Aunt. The fire truck was heading to the farmer's market. There might be like a mix-up at the farmer's market. Hopefully everybody's okay. That's all we could ever hope for. So this place completely got revamped. It's the post office. We'll walk a little closer to it. The old Beverly Hills post office. They added that really cool theater space. I was looking at pictures of it earlier. I'm not really sure why. It just came up. Maybe something was showing there. And when I say earlier, I mean in the past week. When I did work here, I did used to go into it, and it was a post office, maybe for the very beginning of the time that I was here. There's a giant rat in front of it, which I would love to see. I wonder what that rat is saying. We'll find out later. Because we're going to go to the Beverly Hills Sign. Oh, it's a union-busting rat. So if you want to see what it looks like while we're walking by it, that place is the Wallace, or wallace.org is It's really kind of a bummer that they have to like stick that sign on that, so you can't really enjoy the art, you just enjoy the warning. This is called Playground though. They probably should have known better. If I were 32 or under, I would want to be crawling on that too, right? What would a Beverly Hills statue be without a proper rifle? Hunter and hounds. I mean, I kind of love it. Hey Marie, Michael Starr, Real Deal. Welcome, you guys. Oh my god. I wonder what they're taking a picture of. Is it the delivery person carrying all the tin meals? I think that's a little further over here. So let's go get this tourist vibe at the Beverly Hills Sign. But I kind of want to see what, I feel like every time we come here, there's like a new, let's go see it up close without catching up on all these people. Oh my gosh, it's my favorite emoji. I wonder what this one's called. It's called Peace Love by Ringo Starr. Ringo Starr, right? Donated to the city of Beverly Hills in 2018. A voice will come out and tell me to stop climbing this, but it's a little Ringo finger. Pretty cool. I don't feel like I've noticed that before or had noted the details of it being a Beverly Hills X Ringo Starr production. I would love to wear some rings. I just feel like it's weird for my fingers. I don't know, especially my gimbal finger, right? All right. Oh, look. Oh, we love Ringo, right? Oh my god. Or if you, oh my gosh, maybe we could turn this into a walk sometime. That would be interesting. I'm gonna fold it up. I hate folding stuff and stick it in my pocket. And we'll check it out later. Hey, Mary. Hey, sunset. Let's see, I have $3 cash, I think, in my pocket. This is the city of Beverly Hills Lily Pond. And it's under video surveillance, as if we weren't the surveillors. Hey, Real Deal. So let's check this out. Right? I always feel like somebody's watching me, watch them, watching me, watching you, watching me, watching you. It's like a mirror of a mirror of a mirror of a mirror to infinity. It's the future. I wish I had some uplifting music on the queue to play It's a beautiful day. This water features recycling water. Whoa. Okay. We've got some more art over here. I kind of feel obligated to go to the Audrey 4 or whatever that tulip sculpture is. So we're gonna go over there and then check out that metally looking thing, and then we'll head back down. Oh, we got 17 seconds. Then we'll head down into the shopping area. Hey, Chris, of course. I love the way this looks at Christmas time. When you do come here, Chris, be sure to download this app. I think we might try to download it and take the tour ourselves on stream. I think it's a fantastic idea. I didn't even know they had anything like that. This is called Endless 5 by Jaume Plensa. It is only for viewing. Don't touch it. Let me thank you so much, right? We've got some great fireworks here. Hold on. Woo! Chris, thank you so much. Christopher, thank you so much. That really goes a long way to help the channel. Bravo. All right, the art gets more interesting as you go down. I didn't realize it was made up of all these awesome symbols. This is a playful one. For some reason, this reminds me of the Rainforest Cafe, even though it's not frogs at all. George. This is called Hymn of Life. Tulips. Yayoi Kusama. George Berger. Happy Sunday. Just in time for a walk in the park before we head over to Celine to try on some sunglasses. Just kidding. We are not trying on sunglasses. We'll walk by Celine though. Soups. I think we keep like burning that drawing game out actually. Like it crashed, I think. Twice. This is called Erratic. This is by Roxy Payne. Kind of looks like a beached whale. It gives me like porpoise vibes until you come around the corner, then it kind of reminds me of a dog leg, a double dog leg, or it's really erratic. Calle, hola, Argentina. Okay. And then we're gonna come out. I used to come up here and sit on these trees to eat lunch. That was before they had art in the park. He's taking a thoughtful portrait, so I'm gonna leave them alone. Ode to the delivery driver. We've seen this guy before, but it's more stuff than anyone could take. All right, let's walk back to the Wallace.
Take it out.
We are. Hey, Lem. Welcome. Ooh, lemon cakes. I was watching She Clicks Bricks this morning build a beachside restaurant, which was really awesome. I wish it existed in real life, like a lot of her builds. And then I was watching this guy tour 1-star hotels in Los Angeles. One of them is in Beverly Hills, which I've seen the hotel for years. I always kind of wondered about it. We're gonna walk by it. I'll point it out to you. Just because it's 1-star, I don't even know that it's cheap, because it's location, location, location. I actually was watching it a lot, and I might have just deleted it, but I'm using my old phone, which has my old Prism load up on it, hence I can do this at any time. Thank you guys for watching us. We are walking in Los Angeles. Remember this oldie? But I had the Jackie and Shadow cam on there, and I just took it off. So this is the second cycle of eggs, because the first, they had 2, right? And then something happened. So, have they picked the name out? I feel like I'm out of touch with it this year. They aren't talking about it as much as they have in the past. Hey, Mystic. Hey, Sunset. Let's go walk by the Wallace Annenberg Center for the Performing Arts. But we're gonna cross the street here so I can get out of the sun and get into the shade. Okay, they're obviously doing protesting here, so let's walk around and go see the rat. I want to see the rat. It's probably union stuff. We support unions. Unions are the reason why we have 5-day work weeks, 40-hour work weeks. Sure.
We're stagehands. We work for the show. We put the whole show together.
Mm-hmm.
And they're going back on our contract and giving us less pay than we deserve. So this is our way of kind of getting the word out there.
Okay. Awesome.
Thank you. We're a union. We're a Yahtzee Local 33.
Yeah, we support unions.
Thank you.
There
Thank
it
you
goes.
so much.
You guys want to read about that? Thank you so much. Cheers. Honestly, I really do support unions. We didn't come for the controversy, but I'm totally here for it. Beautiful post office, though. Really, like, I have a thing for post offices. Not a thing, but since I was a little kid, I just love. This one is different than any, like, New England post office, but I just love the architecture, that government architecture kind of. What does that say about my personality? Okay. The only thing I can't do is sign a petition right now. We support the union for sure.
Flyer?
I got one in my pocket.
Okay, great.
Thank you so much.
Please send him an email.
Absolutely.
Fighting for fairness.
We held it up, absolutely. I can give you guys the email if you guys want to send an email also. If you're a union lover, info at the Wallace. Honestly, the Wallace and Annenberg family probably have enough money to pay the actual union wages. Me too, George. Again, like, unions do make things more expensive for employers, but employers make a lot of money on people. So unions protect us. I was in a union when I was 17 years old, and that union paid me time and a half on Sundays to work. That union gave me, even though I lived in New Hampshire, I was part of a Massachusetts union, I would get time and a half plus a day off with pay. Massachusetts is the real socialist republic. Commonwealth, I would get a day off with pay plus time and a half or some other crazy stuff if I worked on a holiday. It was amazing. We saw the rat, yeah. I've seen the rat before. Oh my gosh, you are really awesome, mountain bike. I need another email address to do that. I just loved this gas station. Before you scream about the cost of this is like a full service gas station. So it's a little more expensive, but wouldn't you pay more to get gas from here?
Wait.
Right? I love this. That's right, Tony. Unions, it's May Day in a couple of days, and we'll be... I love documenting Los Angeles, so documenting events such as May Day at MacArthur Park, it's just part of what we document. We'll be there. Okay. $8.04 for premium gasoline. That's really the only gas price I look at. But that's full service. That's like getting gas in Europe. Except it's liters. I'm joking. I would pay more just to get gas in the shade sometimes. But we still don't have to live somewhere with bad weather. Oh, right. This always reminds me of like the Beverly Hillbillies somehow. This building over here. Okay, we're on a condo street. I think this is the Hotel Flores. I kind of love it. I always thought it would be like really boutique-y inside. Well, you know, nobody wants to work anymore, so why don't you give them $1 a gallon? I'm kind of joking about nobody wanting to work. This is Platinum Equity. Okay. So let's go down. We walked down too far for fun. We're gonna like get to the fun stuff in the middle of the street. I always love seeing that in a movie when the gas station is full service. It gives someone an opportunity to tell you that someone's in the back seat. All right. This is Canyon. It's like shopping in Beverly Hills. There are some, it's not like the known shops, but the known shops. Well, Aloe. I actually thought that said DLO yoga out of the corner of my eye. That's how hip I am. So let's go left. Sidewalk restaurants like Xi'an. This place is actually really excellent. That Aloe has a huge, I love that James Purse footprint that Aloe does. I mean, I can't afford any of these stores, but I can still love them. There's Mother. If you've been, I guess they're gonna open a shop here. If you've been on this stream, we keep running into ads for Mother. They're usually like with Martha Stewart in an all denim outfit. I love these little plazas. Oh, they're all over. Like little shopping alleys. Maybe. Maybe. This used to be a Rite Aid. I loved this Rite Aid. If I could afford any store here, I really need sneakers, so I would think it would be Nike Town if there's a Nike Town. Social stuff aside, it's the only sneaker store I can think of in Beverly Hills. But like if I was gonna maybe choose, everything I do is related to this, you know, live streaming. So I would probably go to somewhere that made really durable shorts, like maybe Aloe. I've never shopped in Aloe before, but I see a lot of people wearing it. It's like yoga clothes, I suppose. But if I could just go and pick an outfit out from somewhere, like if I had to go somewhere fancy, I probably would go to Prada, maybe, or something like that. Hugo Boss. I kind of like the classic lines. How about you? What would be your, hey, Lucy? I know. That Rite Aid was kind of special. Only because I would go there. It had a Thrifty. It had celebrities. I would like to be treated like that too. Like I could just walk into places and not have to think about it first. Right now I have to really think about, do I need this? Oh. Sorry, I've been following like one person for a while, and I'm starting to feel a little bad. Sorry, we've been following like one person for a while, and what if they were like on a love boat one time and they think now we're stalking them for paparazzi purposes? This is a cute little spot in Beverly Hills. This is where our Life is Beautiful sign is. We'll go take a walk through that. Thank you guys so much for joining us, members. Shout out to you. I would actually I would like an Hermes bandana, or I would love some Hermes leather fingerless gloves. Alright, the last time I came here it was very Christmassy. It was really easy to walk through. There weren't 15 security guards. We're now at war, so who knows. I'm gonna sideline it here. But cute little hangout spot. Oh, my pizza is right there waiting for me. Well, you're in for a treat then, because we can go see the hotel at the very end. We'll walk by it. Oh my god, here's my thumbnail, only backwards. Right? Life is Beautiful backwards. I'm gonna stick my baby in there. And hopefully it doesn't land on the crown of its head. So let's get it for the thumbnail. Bum bum bum. Read cursive. It says Beverly Hills, life is a beach. Shh. Sorry, I want to let those people of it. This just says Beverly Hills is beautiful. I'm sorry for tricking the non-cursive readers. Let's walk up Beverly Drive, but on the shady side of the street. That was somebody from the Love Boat, I swear. Guys, the old people here are more likely to be from some kind of sitcom that you've seen. I always see people that I vaguely recognize. So there were a lot of people that worked on Love Boat and Hotel with Connie Selica. They all have to live somewhere. Oh no. Remember that show was a hotel, and it was kind of like Love Boat, but you just went to a hotel. I would never want to stay at that hotel. Like, there's always kind of drama behind the scenes and with the guests.
Yeah, there's three.
Give me the Holiday Inn. There used to be an Italian, like, a little rusty on here, Il Fornaio. Maybe they're refurbing it. Who knows? gonna be a new restaurant though, for sure. I kind of. Actually, I have no idea what it is. Receive the dignity. Actually, if I could go to any store, maybe Modern Masters, I could purchase an Andy Warhol or a Snoopy. They also have Picasso, Dali, Miro. I love Miro. Vintage Disney. Cool. That's a store I would go to if I could go to anyone. The store is great. I don't know if you've bought anything from here. Really expensive hand soap and other stuff, but the smell is insane. I got some as a gift. It's a crazy amount of money for hand soap. But that's the kind of cool thing about hand soap or fancy hand soap is it's not necessarily something you would buy for yourself, but somebody would get it for you. Oh goodness. It's kind of like really great olive oil. Like I would never, I mean, I buy really great olive oil all the time, but to give somebody a bottle of really great olive oil, it's pretty fantastic. It's always kind of congratulations once again, 1 year. And then the Cheesecake Factory is here for all of the tourists. Wow, this used to be the Gap over here, and now it's a fancy. Sure, hang tight for 1 second. Hey, Kasepi. How's it going? I think our signal will pick up in a second. Okay. Hey, there we go. Whoa. Let me see if I can change networks. Second, so here and head on to Rodeo Drive. We might buffer for a second, but we should come back. Hang tight. Hey there, Kasepi. I'm using Prism, but I'm using an old phone that hasn't been updated, and I'm using the same version of Prism that anyone does because it updates itself. But the issue is I just was in a sort of busy area. I have to use me too, but I mentioned on your stream, I have the workaround is I never do 60 frames per second, so that was never an issue for me. But I couldn't even do 30 frames per second on my iPhone 16 after I updated it. So I literally, you can either use like a Samsung phone, I heard, or you can use a Google phone, I heard. But I fortunately had an old iPhone that hadn't been backed up. Barbara does look great. I saw a picture of her the other day at 96. Wasn't it on Easter? Anyway, Rodeo Drive. In case you didn't know, here's a Richard Orlinski. A gorilla. A Rodeo Drive gorilla. Fantastic. I kind of want to be on the other side of the street because it's shady, but we'll take this side for a second. I wonder if BD is here because you know how much he loves Bijan. I'm gonna walk by. All right, let's just take this side. We definitely want to go to Via Rodeo. Yeah, I was ruining everything for a couple of days, I've got to tell you. We were coming on, and after about 25 minutes, the stream would go from 30 frames per second to like 5. It was like watching a slow motion slideshow. Really not what I want to do. It's almost like using a Motorola flip phone. No offense to a Motorola flip phone. Or my jitterbug phone that I keep by my bed for when I wake up in the middle of the night. Look at Hermes has got some. Oh, those are the new shoes I really need to walk in to stream. They look super comfy. Like the Smurf boots that everybody was wearing. Okay, well, somebody's using the window, so we will catch it another time. I don't know how anybody wears all black on a day like this. I'll say that, this lady looks great, but I was thinking more of the other person. I would be just roasting alive. I don't know if I'd wear any of that, like that puffy Louis Vuitton jacket. Oh my gosh, it's a Vincent van Gogh come to life. Hang tight for 1 second. And now I'm standing by this giant Van Gogh. It's really not supposed to be a Van Gogh. Oh, I'm not in Long Beach, Jay. Sorry. I'm in crowded Beverly Hills. Forgive me. Right? I don't know, but whatever. Is they've been building it for years. Let me try to switch one more time. All right, I just switched back to 5G. All right, we'll continue on this tour. Maybe one day we can go to Long Beach where it doesn't buffer, but for now we're in Beverly Hills and I'm dealing with the signal here. I love Long Beach, actually. It just takes us 2 hours to get there on the train. Love me a good old, noisy Carmen. We should come back up. Yeah, we were buffering a little hardcore there, but I'll try to keep an eye on it. I just also kind of think that Long Beach has a really cool little downtown area. I can't remember the name of that area. Pine Street, 2nd Street, sorry. I have walked Beverly Hills like 3 or 4 times and I have never had any transmission issue before, I don't think. This might be just a special day. Or a lot of people are here. Thanks for putting up with it. How beautiful. Cleef and Appels. Another crazy sunflower. I've had a lot of these days for the past week. Actually, the buffering hasn't been an issue. It's the FPS that's been a real stinker. This buffering is just this particular moment. But we carry on, right? We're still streaming. I gotta say, I will definitely come back at Christmas time. Maybe we can have our second line back up. It's just really expensive to run. I don't love the sunflower thing. I think it's that kind of pop art that, I don't know. I just don't love it. Feels like Las Vegas, actually, because it's a totally, like, I mean, the sky is real, but it reminds me of, like, what's that place in Las Vegas where you pretend you're outside? It's like synthetic. It looks much better at Christmas time in the evening, I think. But it's worth visiting. We're gonna come out at something really awesome in 1 second. I love these two cars, although I would never get into an iSet. So it's a hotel from Pretty Woman. What? There used to be, all of these things here used to be department stores. These huge buildings, Barney's, Saks Fifth Avenue, there's still Saks Fifth Avenue, Neiman Marcus, something else. They're now just these behemoth empty department stores. It's really kind of sad. I mean, department store shopping seems to be the first thing that maybe the internet replaced. So let's take a walk up the other side of Rodeo Drive. Maybe we'll get a better signal on the shady side. But as soon as I get a crap signal, we're gonna ditch off this street and just roam along to where we know it works. All right, I got my eye on the signal. Right, Barney's was pretty great. But that Saks Fifth Avenue was like, there was a regular Saks Fifth Avenue, and then there was a men's store. And that men's store was pretty awesome because after Christmas, huge bargains, which is obviously why it didn't stay in business. This area is under video surveillance. Oh my God, this figurine is exactly the size of me. I wonder if I could fit into those shoes. Oh my gosh, I've eaten at the Subway also. You're gonna want to bring a Subway with you from Rhode Island next time. That's a $20 footlong. Joe and I saw, it was a $9.99 6 foot. That would be great. You could eat that for a week. What Is it $6.99, 6-inch sub? There's a restaurant coming up here on Brighton. It's pretty cheap. I mean, inexpensive. It's called the Brighton Cafe. But the reason why it's so inexpensive is because what I would get there is a grilled cheese and fries. Pretty standard fare. It's the paparazzi waiting for somebody. Transmission. I just went into the stankiest alley to try to fix the transmission problem. We're gonna maybe not visit Beverly Hills again on a Sunday. This is probably the cheapest place in Beverly Hills to get lunch. The Brighton Coffee Shop. Right? I'm getting out of here now. We did walk through Beverly Hills. I'm heading towards Wilshire Boulevard. We'll wait till we get up to 3200 and we'll vote where we want to go next. Hey, you guys. All right. So I think we've reached the end of our Beverly Hillsy day. I'm happy to have come here. Maybe we'll come in the evening next time, or 4 o'clock, not on a Sunday. This is Mr. Chow, by the way, the famous Mr. Chow. Maybe we'll come here again on like an evening, a weekday evening. So I'm walking at Wilshire Boulevard right now. I'm gonna find a little shady spot. And we'll discuss next steps for the walk. Hang tight. That's the Saks Fifth Avenue. And that's the Saks Fifth Avenue, old one. And then this used to be the Barney's though. Barney's, then those two were Saks Fifth Avenue. So now it looks like we have 3 Saks Fifth Avenue. This is a regular one, and then the one beyond was the men's one. It's kind of nice having men have their own clothing store for a change. No offense, ladies. I always feel like when you go into a clothing store that's divided, the women have way more interesting stuff. Like women's clothes get more interesting treatments, I feel like. Stitches, twists. Not that I want to wear ruffles, but you know. I feel like women are allowed to be more experimental, but I think that could be my antiquated thinking from the past. I gotta get out of that headspace. I am now on Wilshire Boulevard. We're going to be at the end of Rodeo Drive. We'll take a peek and look up it. You can mark in your calendar. We'll come back here on a weeknight evening to walk. I've really never had, maybe a little bit, like one block, a streaming problem, but I've never had a signal issue. Especially with the AT&T building being so close, right? So once again, hotel from Pretty Woman. I keep saying Pretty Women like it's the sequel. I like the smoke coming out of the top of it, which I don't know if we're turned up enough for you to see. Okay. So I can walk down. Wait, we're gonna go in the shade for 1 minute. I'm gonna sip my probably hot water, and then we'll decide which way we want to go after this. Sometimes, Tony, if I was feeling crazy enough, I would, when I worked here, I would get in the car and there's a Jack in the Box like 2 miles down the road. I was obsessed with Jack in the Box when I first moved here because we didn't have any, and I only remembered one from like Nashua, New Hampshire, from when I was a kid. Right? I just don't. I like the idea of wearing. I have a flowered shirt on, but I don't like excess is the problem. So like having ruffles. Oh my gosh, can I sit here for a minute? This would be awesome. It's a chair. Am I locked in here now? It's called The Unconscious by Franz West. Can't get, it's not really a chair, but maybe unconsciously it is. What? I wish it would rain here a little bit, a lot of it. Oh yeah. How do we get to where we need to go? They literally build a crazy path here out of candy canes. It's like a little crazy path, sorry. So now the question is, I get to go to the shady side of the street. Woo! I'm excited for that. Well, you know what they say. You know what April showers brings? Mayflowers, right? And what do Mayflowers bring? At Christmas time, you see those two crazy sort of wires going across. That's where Santa is. Santa hangs from there. When I first moved here, there was some weird looking building that looked like the Taj Mahal over here, which was a movie theater that they were in the process of tearing down. Oh, I just missed my crosswalk. Thank God those guys crossed the street, otherwise I would have been there forever. What the F? How do I get to where I need to go? And Mayflowers bring the pilgrims. Yeah, I think it was attached to that building and looked a little more like that building, except more like the Taj Mahal. Okay. Building access open, sidewalk closed ahead. So now I have to go. Maybe I can walk. Let's go down Charleville. I don't really know what to do. This is like the residential shopping area. Kind of cute and locally stuff. We don't often come on this side of Wilshire Boulevard. But here we are. Okay, let's take this alley. We'll skip that sidewalk. Guys, thank you so much for hanging out with me today. Sorry for the buffering action. It's always a challenge because you end up behind something or in front of something or too many people around and you kind of will lose the signal. The bane of my existence and makes me literally die inside, so don't think I don't notice. It's killing me. Anyway. This clean little residential neighborhood. We're gonna take one more alley and then I'm gonna walk up to Wilshire. Let me turn my screen up. Sorry, I can't see it at all. There we go. Hey. So we're still in Beverly Hills, if you're just joining us. We're on Canon. We were on Canon the other side before. I always thought it was Canyon and not Canon for some reason. Like, I feel like there used to be a tilde over the N. And now I feel like I just imagined that. Kind of the way I imagined you pronounced Coachella, like that. I still don't think I'm wrong. Thank you guys so much for joining us, and thank you for liking, subscribing, and chatting. And if you haven't chat and you're just a lurker, we really appreciate that. We walk about 5, 6, sometimes 7 days live in Los Angeles. We've been doing a lot of Hollywood recently. We'll do a lot of Hollywood at the end of the month, and also tomorrow night. We always go to Hollywood on Monday night, or we try to make that our habit. I think the sidewalk is still closed. We'll go through one more alleyway. And Joe, if you need to contact me, I don't, so. Yes, please click the thumbs up. We're going to be going to other places a little bit the way I feel about it. It sucks when you get somewhere and you can't get no signal and you just traveled, 2 hours. crazy buffer zone. Oh my gosh, the sign pronounces Wilshire the way I do. I mean, the crosswalk does. Let's hear if it'll say Wilshire again.
Wait. Wait.
No, it doesn't.
Wait.
It only tells you one time. I don't know, I was kind of wondering about that also. But it's hard to say Charlie without that popping up afterwards, unfortunately. You can call me Charles from now on. I'm kidding. If I had to do my YouTube channel all over again from scratch, I would have said my name was Charles. It is actually my real name. Oh my gosh, James T. Kirk. So you know that bank in Hollywood that I always point out has a time capsule? It's a Hollywood savings and loan turned Washington Mutual turned Chase. This is another branch. Every branch they have it's the Hollywood savings and loan, right? So it's got something to do with the industry. So this one also has a mosaic and a motif. It's too sunny on that side of the street to cross. Who's a big martyr? Me. This backpack is like a heavy cross, I tell ya. And my gimbal finger is kind of like... Never mind. I don't want to be sacrilegious here. This one has Hollywood savings and loan tiles in it that they clearly couldn't get rid of. On this insane mosaic. I don't know what it's about from across the street. Oh, I was gonna say we might be standing here for a couple seconds. I don't think I could get a close-up that would be justice, but the girl probably thinks I'm trying to catch her and her puppy. All right. It's always hard to get... It's pretty cool though. Oh, I'm not really offended by that at all. Like, at all. It's not like you called me Charlie. Sarah's really kinky and curly and straight and all this kind of stuff at the same time. My nickname as a child by my loving mother and sister. They used to call me Snarly Charlie because my hair was always a mess. I feel like those little food robots that drive around, they should be powerful enough so that someone could like sit on top of one and get a ride home. Like, it's a waste that they just deliver food. Also, we could use the body electricity to power it or keep the food warm on the ride. Doesn't that make sense? This is the Mandarin Oriental Residences at Beverly Hills. Very exclusive. Ooh. He looks scared. He wouldn't look me in the eye. Wow, it's a view of over there. I wonder how much those places are. Expensive. Well, only if you call my hair snarly or frizzy. We're walking, still in Beverly Hills, by the way. If you ever get an opportunity or are bored, I highly suggest just pull up a video, like driving down Wilshire Boulevard in the 40s or 50s. It just makes so much more sense. This bank also has a really insane mural on it. I wonder what they do when the building, I mean, they're definitely tearing this bank down soon. Like, if something like that looks like it'd be worthy of saving, but the rest of the bank is not. Like, how would they chip that mural out? Or would they pick it out piece by piece? There are the slums of Beverly Hills. There's that Natasha Lyonne movie. There's a Sizzler in Beverly Hills. Or maybe it's not anymore, but there was in that movie. There also was when I first moved here. I think there was a time when I was looking for an apartment, and I was kind of looking in Beverly Hills, and it was only like I know this sounds crazy, but only like unaffordable to me, but at the time like only $200 or $300 more than like Hollywood or East Hollywood or Silver Lake. I just don't. And they keep saying all these people are leaving Los Angeles. I haven't seen a rent benefit in that yet. I mean, I don't want to see people leaving Los Angeles, but I would love cheaper rent. I think a lot of the stuff, this building is pretty cool. A lot of the stuff, I just love those lines and the marble. I don't know when they really started like making sure that things were earthquake proof. Like really started to tamp down on that. Because I know in the 60s, they also didn't really like pay that much attention still. Right? We do really have gorgeous buildings in this city. And some weird ones. I don't get this CVS here. Is it supposed to look like it's got a huge peanut butter cup? I would love a peanut butter cup. I know. Rents never go down. I heard somebody, we don't get too political, but I heard somebody interviewing somebody on the radio about the cost of fast food labor in California or Los Angeles County having minimums, and that they thought that the fast food wages were ruining the fast food industry, and it was making the fast food unaffordable for people. Da 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 da. And it turned out that that wasn't true. And the person who was interviewing the person, I wish I was better prepared to talk about this, was like, well, if you lowered the minimum wage, would that make prices go down? And they were like, no, prices never go down. Because prices never go down. Once they go up, they never go down. I remember you used to be able to get a pound of coffee. None of this 12 ounces or 14 ounces that you now get. You go to the store and get a bag of beans, and it's always like 12 ounces, no pound. Makes me crazy. And remember when ice cream cartons were square? I don't know how much I'm sure making them round didn't save a lot of money, but I feel like ice cream used to be bigger too. Shrinkflation plus inflation means less for us, more for them. They still make the same amount of money when they shrink it and charge you more for it or more. They really have us over a barrel. The craziest priced thing, in my opinion, is like beef. It is so expensive in the grocery store. Pork, which I consciously, for a few years, have really tried to avoid, is one of the cheapest meats that you can get, which I find weird because I feel like California has a very weird set of laws to protect pigs, make sure they're in proper pens and not too crowded and whatnot. So I thought pork would be, yeah. Joe, I've gone plant-based for quite a while, and Joe always wants to do it. It's a little complicated though, especially with walking this much, and maybe I'm just making excuses. I have to be super conscious of the amount of protein that I get. I remember going to the grocery store during COVID, and we would get 2 chicken breasts, big, fat chicken breasts, like not little thin sliced ones, for like $5.99 or $6.95, something like that. Now that's easily $11.95. Or you can get they get like 2 breasts and slice them really thin into like 6 pieces, so it looks like a lot of chicken. I wish I could be completely vegetarian. I'll think about it. I promise you that. Oh my gosh. How did you overcook that steak, mountain bike? My problem is, the only thing that satiates me really, or makes me feel like, yeah, I just had a meal, is massive amounts of carbohydrates, like pasta, or like meat. And I cannot eat pasta all the time. Pasta really just sits in my magic middle, Give me a spare tire. This used to be unless I'm wrong, that was a really cool old Spanish style, or maybe it's up here, car dealership and gas station for a while. Right. It's so easy, pasta, and so satisfying on so many levels. You literally pasta Parmesan, black pepper, butter, or olive oil. Bon appetit. Like I could eat that every day. I know it's not very healthy. So I'll throw some green peas in there, and it's so delicious. I feel like too much pasta and it really puffs me out all over my torso. I feel like a turtle, like skinny legs with a turtle shell. I think we eat a lot of crickets and other bugs, we just don't know it. Hey there. Sorry, that's not the right sound though. I think we just lost our something or another. Hang tight for 1 second. All right, I think we have no more microphone for some reason. I'm not sure what's going on there. I've got a wire hanging out of my fanny pack. I don't have any surface to work on. Hang tight. It's been a disaster of a day. All right. I am back. I don't know about the microphone. I don't know how much longer I'll stay back because it is so noisy this way, but hold on. I'm gonna try to turn everything back on. Wait, do you? Okay, I think it's working. All right. Woohoo! All right, we're working. We're up. We're gonna walk a little bit more. I'm at 25% battery life, which sucks. And sorry. Whew. I'm ready for a Big Mac right now. I gotta tell ya. I'm not really sure what was going on there with the microphone, but gremlins in the mix this week. It's a new week though. We're at 25% charge. I totally forgot my charging cord, which is all par for the course. Actually, maybe it's in my backpack. I should check because it would be awesome to make it at least to the train station. Oh my gosh, I was wondering what you guys saw. It was my shorts and my legs. I had a little tan. I should not, but you're outside this much. I was all paranoid, like I don't know, I was paranoid. It's always hard when you have to hold your phone with your hands while your gimbal's wiggling around. That sounds horrible. Anyway, here we are. We're walking down Wilshire Boulevard. We're still in Beverly Hills. We're at South Arnaz Drive. I always tip, even though I really can't even afford to get what I'm tipping for. No, I shouldn't say that. Even though like everything is hard, I always try to tip. Maybe not at 7-Eleven, but you know, any time I am somewhere where the tip jar is. Unless, the only time I don't tip if somebody's just really rude. Then I feel like I can save some money. really has gotten out of control. And I think that's part and parcel because A, people don't pay their people enough, so that's for starters. B, though, all the stupid like pads that we sign off on where it's just automatically there. There are a couple places I go to, and I feel like one of them is Dave's Hot Chicken, where the lady like taps it out before you can add a tip, which I kind of love. Although I might be imagining that we haven't eaten there in a while, but we love Dave's Hot Chicken. Dave's Hot Chicken started in Hollywood. Tipping culture is a little bit... It has its roots in racism. I just know it does, if we're really going to think about it a little bit. I mean, people doing a job for somebody in hopes that somebody would give them money. What? The tipping culture from the railroad? Is this what it comes from in America? So I think the tipping culture here, like, I honestly feel like it is out of control. It's cool to go to Starbucks and you get like a coffee and give them your change. Or wherever you go if you don't go to Starbucks. I'm not promoting Starbucks, that's just what came out of my mouth. If you go to a coffee shop and the coffee is $1 or whatever coffee costs nowadays, $3.75, and you just keep the change, throw that quarter in there. Or if it's $4.75 or $3.75 and you're like, keep the $1.25 and you give them $5, you know? I get that. I just don't want to tip when I walk into the grocery store, fill my cart, go up there, bag my own stuff, and then tip the person watching the ring yourself out section, your self-serve section. I don't know. But here, I also work for tips. I love tips. And what do I provide you? I don't know. Something that's very effervescent and fleeting. Actually, you can watch this anytime. So I'm actually pro tip now. I remembered. I love tips. I will say, going back to tipping, I really don't expect to tip people at a convenience store, but I will, unless like it's a convenience store and they prepare like a sandwich for you. If there's somebody's doing a service for me, like waiting on my table or bringing my luggage up, it's never happens in my life, but bringing my luggage up to my room, I'm gonna tip them. Or delivers food to my house, I'm gonna tip them. And 15%, whatever the going tip is. I mean, I'm not really sure about a bellhop. But honestly, if somebody I'm going and picking up a pizza at a pizza parlor, I'm probably not going to tip them. Because I'm picking it up. I don't know. Oh my God, I used to go to the movies all the time too. I miss the movies. I think Joe and I are going to try to go to the movies next month. We'll see. We'll let you know. We are still in Beverly Hills, just so you know. This next street coming up is La Cienega Boulevard. I don't just know that by heart. There's a sign that says that. So we are almost, actually I should say, in Beverly Hills, almost West Hollywood, and we might have slipped into West Hollywood. I'm not sure where the line is down here. But if I wait a little bit longer, what? There's going to be a metro station. Whoop. There's a, yeah, this is like Cedars-Sinai territory over here. Oh my gosh. Mountain bike, thanks so much. I can't see that on this stupid phone. I really appreciate that. Woo! I'm gonna cross the street though. Whoa, and I'm gonna step off for everybody to see and laugh at me. The curb was like a foot lower than I was. Thank you so much for that Venmo. I can't see nothing right now. Old phone. I actually thought about that earlier. I appreciate that so much. I was... Woo! And then this one. Wait. What? Those are seals. I thought they were the mean ghosts from Casper. This used to be the Larry Flint building. Oh my gosh. Sorry, this phone's Hey, Mark. This phone's a little uncanny valley. It's just a little different than my other phone, so I just answered a text message, and then I couldn't get back to the... I couldn't get back to this. I couldn't get back to you. Uh-huh. And then, remember the gas station I was talking about? That's actually it. It's a Bentley dealership now. How cool is that? That just looks like some Chinatown Faye Dunaway building type shit. LA sure has a lot of stories to tell, for sure. I agree. There's always a beautiful kind of marquee. Larry Flint. I feel like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Larry Flint. I do feel like I might have been... Oh my God, it's the Law brothers. They're brothers-in-law, but not brothers-in-law. Get it? actually part of Wilshire Boulevard we don't often walk down. And I don't think we've ever walked down. So thank you so much for walking with me. Again, I think I've posted one before, but I'll try to post a Wilshire Boulevard in its heyday cruising video, because it's just amazing to see how cool this street was. I had a friend who worked in this building for a little bit. I had to pick them up at work. Or I feel like Cecilia, you ask if movie theaters or malls or stuff, I feel like people are just over outside experiences and we got afraid of them. Well, things got easier to buy because of the internet, for sure. And I feel like it's really easy to just not, I mean, for me to just wear the same shorts that I wore all day and watch a movie on my ass at home versus like maybe putting something a little nice out on or nicer on. It seems like a hassle. I feel like we've gotten lazier, and I feel like, no offense, we've all kind of gotten lazier. I feel like the drive-in theaters were the first to go. We had a drive-in theater when I was growing up that we used to like ride our bikes to and watch movies at, believe it or not. And there are one or two actual drive-in movie theaters out here. Joe and I went to one a couple years ago. It wasn't quite dark enough for the drive-in to be fully like seeable. We went to go see like Annabelle or something like that. Something drive-in and scary-ish. We are now in West Hollywood. That wasn't that long ago. I think the last movie we saw was 28 weeks later. 28 years, 28 days, 28, whatever the last one was, but not the very last one. So we could walk up this street and go into West Hollywood. I'm kind of more into just taking Wilshire the rest of the way. I had only gone to the drive-in twice as a kid, like officially, but there used to be a drive-in theater kind of on the not too far from where I grew up, and it was plenty dark enough, and you could like ride through make it sound really magical here. You could ride through the woods on your bicycle and watch and sit in the dark and listen to like the speakers and watch I Spit on Your Grave or Jaws. And there was another movie theater that one time I went to with my friend's parents. We were going to see Snow White and Cinderella. It was a double feature. And by the time we got to the drive-in theater, I can't remember where it was, somewhere in New Hampshire, it was actually like a blue movie and not like Disney's Cinderella and Snow White. So we didn't go to the movies that time. Dude, my favorite thing about going to the movies back in the day is I would get like $3 or $4 or $5. I can't remember. Actually, I do remember. I would go to CVS, which was right next door. I would fill my winter jacket with all kinds of candies, and then I would go to the movie and for hours. It was like a babysitter for me. Also, like, I'm sure it gave my mother a break, because you can probably imagine that there wasn't a lot of quiet time when I was a kid. Welcome to the Miracle Mile District. You are correct. I did a lot of talking, so her sending me to the movies was definitely some mommy time. I'm surprised my mother didn't drink, because I never shut up. I think I only saw my mom drink like twice or 3 times as a kid. Like scotch and water. A classic. There was a movie with Mickey Rooney. He wasn't the star, but it was The Black Stallion that I saw in the movie theater like 3 weekends in a row, like 3 times in a row. And then when Chariots of Fire came to town, there was no movies playing. I remember this. This is how I knew it was a break for my mother. My mother convinced me that Chariots of Fire was going to be a great movie because it was all about running and overcoming stuff. It was not good. I mean, it was good and not for like a 6-year-old or 7-year-old or however old I was when Chariots of Fire came out. What? Wow, that's really cool. I'm sorry, I miss out on some stuff because we're on a little bit of a delay. We're coming up to the La Brea Tar Pit area. Can you believe I've already walked to La Brea? This building is really insane to see in person. Like, it looks like stainless steel. Like you colored it with one of those stainless steel macas. I don't know if that's a new treatment for this building. Oh, Manhattan Beach is lovely. We'll explore a few more beaches. We usually go to Santa Monica and Venice. We don't drive, so we're reliant on public transportation. You can get to Manhattan Beach on the bus, for sure. Wow. I literally want to... It's just paint, but they like lipsticked a pig because this is not a new building. But the sort of metallic looking paint kind of really makes it pretty cool. Oh, I know Ladera Heights. We actually have spent most of the time exploring that side of Wilshire Boulevard and haven't come down to this area very often, but I think Cecilia said LA has a lot of stories, and there are certainly stories to tell on the other side of Wilshire. I went to the Grand Canyon once. Sorry. I went to the Grand Canyon once in my life. It was pretty fantastic. I always liked the idea of that episode of the Brady Bunch where they rode like the donkeys down into the canyon, and like I would love to do something like that in theory. I just don't. The thing I don't love is standing on ledges where rock can crumble under your feet. Ooh. Or like, I wouldn't want to step out onto one of those glass bridges that goes over the canyon. I don't care how sturdy it is. Humans don't need to do that. We don't. You know, at the ArcLight, we used to have a place called the ArcLight. And at the ArcLight, I'm gonna check something, give me 1 second. Sorry, hi. At the ArcLight, I would buy both popcorn and caramel corn. Like, all the time, because the combination of the popcorn and the candy corn was just fantastic. I'm not really sure. So you guys, I am walking up to the 99-cent store here. I'm gonna just walk a little bit further, and then I am going to sign off for the day, catch my bus, and head home. However, let's take 15 minutes more walk. I've got about 20% on my phone for battery, so I think we've got a little bit crazy. We've got a little more time left. After this, Joe is going to live stream. Joe, what are you going to live? What game? That's the Sizzler, by the way. I should have made you guess what building that was. Almost looks like a Pizza Hut. I got so excited. Oh my gosh, you've got to stick the drink into your no one allows you to bring outside food and drink. You have to hide it in your coat, or you wear those MC Hammer pants with a false crotch in them, and you just shove your jujubes in there or whatever. Hey Cecilia, thank you so much. Cecilia used to work here, right? Not at the 99-cent store. Her old stamping grounds. Wah! I hope that's good. I'm repurposing that wah for good. Joe and I will be live streaming tomorrow from Hollywood in the evening. I'll make sure that we've got some cats back up. Wah! Doop. I don't know what that is. I miss our cats. Thank you guys for supporting humans, by the way. That should be a little smaller, right? Bloop. We're human beings. I miss the 99-cent store too. I always do the sign of the cross when we pass it. Just phenomenal. So 2:26, that's how long I've been live streaming. I'm going to live stream for 15 more minutes. That should get me to my bus stop. And then I'm gonna head home and try to catch up with Joe's live stream. And he is playing Jackbox. What Jackbox are you playing, Joe? The draw? Jackbox draw? I need a pointier finger for that. I really stink at it. I love the fact that they just allow us to walk in there. Like, what a cool building. And I love cars, just not in the way that people that love cars go to this place. I just love the way they look. I don't care about the engine or the gas or whatever. For me, it's pure aesthetics. Just about to lose my loose hat there with the microphone on it. No, the microphone is not on my hat. Oh my gosh. And here's another D line. I'm good that the microphone wasn't on my hat. Thanks, members, for supporting the channel. Venmos, Zelles, Super Chats, Super Stickers, monthly memberships, they all go towards paying the bills and keep the channel moving. We really appreciate you guys so much. Thank you so. Thank you so. Across the street, we have museums. We go here, walk through this pretty frequently. They're going to close part of the La Brea tar pit, I think, for a year, the museum part. So we probably should go there before it's too late. We've never gone inside of the museum. So, this building used to be Macy's, maybe, right? Department store, and now it is the Academy Museum. So, the Academy being the Oscars. This is LACMA, and also within this is the La Brea Tar Pits. So, because we're fun, and we've got some time, I'm going to be doing this. We've got 10 more minutes before I sign off up here. Let's cross the street, walk by the tar pits. The last time I was here, I think this whole portion was not open yet. Brand new. Right? 100,000 members by the Olympics. We got some nice $28 tickets. They're also closing a couple of other museums to prepare for the Olympics. Well, these are the new David Geffen galleries. This just opened. I think it's more impressive if you see it from the other side. A Fortnite ad? I'm really sorry, especially about the Fortnite ad. I've never played Fortnite. We did. I even referenced it as being a place you worked. I now associate you with Johnny's in the very best way. Back to the 99-cent store. I really miss the 99-cent store. I didn't shop there all that much, but maybe we're gonna have to come and check this out this week. I'm sure there's fun grounds we can walk on. Oh my gosh, actually, let's walk through here, because we can, I think. We're gonna walk by the La Brea Tar Pit. Oh my god, I definitely need a new pair of shoes. I keep telling that to Joe. All right. So this just opened. This is the grand opening. Oh my gosh, I've never seen this. Like this Flintstones building. I've never seen that open before. Or I've never been this close to this building. We're really just going straight and exiting. But we're at the La Brea Tar Pits. Oh, we got some artwork over here. Pretty. Wow. It's just an iconic place, and I'm glad that it has been spared a teardown. It's a particular kind of place that's very Los Angeles, Johnny's, right? The style of architecture, almost I feel like a car hop type place, something we really invented. Those kids want to go downtown. Or maybe they said they don't want to go downtown. I'm not sure. Look, there's a big yellow National Geographic square. I don't know what it's for.
But then Ben referenced it and me. Really?
I feel like I would have agreed with you, badass love. I feel like we did do a lot of tearing down here before we realized the worth of stuff. But I think we kind of have caught up with that and started to save some stuff. Also, I feel like, look at that cone for tar. I also feel like termites ruin stuff. I went to this insane complex of a house out in Brentwood, in the middle of the woods, built by like Barbara Stanwyck and Robert Taylor. It was like Ponderosa Steakhouse. It was insane. And they were just selling it for tear-down land. I mean, I guess Barbara Stanwyck isn't historical, but there's surely something historical about that place. I feel like we can't save too much shit or we'll never progress, but we really should have saved more of the Art Deco buildings downtown. Wow. I always feel like art's kind of subjective. We were just in Beverly Hills and looking at some art that they have in the park. And there was one piece which is called Tulips. And I can't remember the Japanese artist's name, but it's really bright and kind of brash. It's kind of Keith Haring-esque also. I don't know what it is about it, but it's not my taste in art, but I appreciate that it's there. Also, there's a sculpture coming up, or a water fountain coming up that's just kind of weird up here. And I think this might be the first time I've been on foot to see what it's actually called. Maybe it will all make sense to us. This used to be Marie Callender's. Well, I never ate here. I just remember driving by it. I always thought Marie Callender was just something that you would get in the supermarket. I mean, I had an idea that it was a restaurant from the box, but I never saw one until I lived in California. Are there any Marie Callenders anymore? This sculpture, I have a couple pictures of it, I'm pretty sure. Is it like a hug? Is it arms holding the world? Is it... All we know is that it works. And we love a good fountain that works in LA. Glendale Garden Homes. I'm gonna look that up. Put it in the comments. I might forget by the time I get home. We're gonna sign off here. Joe is gonna pick up the end of the stream with a little game of Jackbox. I am going to make my way to the train station, which is still about 4 more blocks, or bus stop, which is about 4 more blocks away. I will see you tomorrow at about 4-ish, 4:44 for a Hollywood live stream. Tuesday, we're going to work on member videos, but we may pop out for a live stream in the evening. I am setting up the rest of the week. Also, we have Ciclavia coming up, which should be really exciting. Ciclavia this time is on the west side. So Santa Monica, the Westwood area is where it is. You guys ask about going to Westwood all the time. This would be a perfect opportunity for us to walk right down the middle of Santa Monica Boulevard in Westwood. I think that's the 28th. I want to thank Cecilia and Mountain Bike so much for your donations. We do really appreciate that. Here's some crazy floral fireworks. Oh, that's for a face. Here's some Jimmy's and some more fireworks. Snarly Charlie signing off. I was really kidding. You can call me Snarly Charlie if you want to. I want to say thanks to my members. Thank you, each and every one. Again, contributions gratefully used. They're paying for my bus ride home. And they're paying for my Dasani brand water I will be buying. Nothing but the best for me. I'm kidding. I'm getting like clear glacier from CG Roxanne. Because remember, you're supporting human beings. So that's really all that matters. If you're just watching and lurking, thanks for watching and lurking. Feel free to give a like, subscribe, but we love any support you can offer us. Hugs, kisses, puppy dog wishes. We will see you tomorrow. Stay tuned for Joe. Joe, we'll go over to you. Guys, have fun. I'll see you in a couple hours.